You guys are amazing. Oh, we're recording, everybody. Okay. So welcome, everybody, to our Oily Crunchy People 2016 convention wrap-up. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. Pardon this. Okay, there we go. Is that better? Can y'all see it?
Yep.
Okay. Very good. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We are very excited to tell you about our amazing 4/5 days that we just spent in Utah. It truly was an incredible experience. I know it sounds silly. I know I posted this in Oily Crunchy People for those of you that are in our group. I remember 2 years ago, this is my third convention. So 2 years ago, and somebody was like, you have to go to convention. And I'm like, y'all are nuts. I'm so not spending my own money to, one, pay for a convention ticket, and two, airfare and travel, because it was in Salt Lake at the time. I mean, I loved my oils, and I had started the business process, but I just wasn't quite there yet. And somehow, I think, Lee, you were a big part. You were like, I'm going. And I'm like, I guess I have to go too then. And I did, and it changed my life, you guys. So just listen up. We're going to talk about products tonight. We're going to highlight 10 products. There were more than 10 products, but we're going to try to wrap this up in less than an hour. I know everybody's busy and has busy lives, so we're going to try to talk fast and just cover the highlights. And then we're going to talk about our takeaways at the end of it. So let me move on to our next slide. Okay, so let's meet our people that are going to be talking to you tonight. So over here is Charlesa, Lee, and then that's me. And you can see the three of us. We are at the farm. These pictures were taken at the farm in Utah just a few days ago at the Mona Farm. And we are busy planting some yarrow that, you know, I don't know how long yarrow needs to grow, but however long that is, in a couple years, you guys are going to be having that in your little essential oil bottle. So that's very exciting. It was super fun to get our hands dirty and witness the farm and witness the distilleries and the seed distill process for ourselves. And then we have Becca over here, and she's enjoying her Ningxia Red snow cone. And how amazing is that? We know that Ningxia Red is a jam-packed antioxidant infusion. So she was staying full of energy her entire trip. And then here's our sweet Nikki bathing in a field of lavender.
Literally.
Literally, yeah. And if you guys could smell, if you take your hands and run them up the plant of lavender, that essential oil just comes off on your hands and you can smell it forever. It's incredible. So that's us. We're going to be chatting with you. I'm so excited to have you ladies with us, sharing your incredible knowledge. Okay, what's next? All right, so there's so much to explore. Right? So we're just gonna go ahead and get started with our first couple supplements. So I'm gonna introduce Lee Wilcox. She's gonna be talking to you about Adgely's and Power Jais, these two phenomenal supplements that I am just so excited that Young Living has to offer to our community, because these are game changers, guys. All right, Lee, over to you.
Thank you. So I'm really excited about this supplement. Basically at convention, when I went to the breakout session for latest and greatest, and they were talking more in depth about the Adgely's, the presenter said, if you like BLM, our supplement that's for bones, ligaments, and muscles, then you're going to love Adgely's. So, you know, I'm really, really happy to see them bump it up a notch. This is a complete joint supplement. So it's, you know, on the little handout that they gave us at convention, it says, get back to your favorite activities. So this is going to be fantastic for lots and lots of people, me included, my husband included. We're trying to ramp up some of our daily exercise. We're working in some other convention new products, and I know that we're going to be wanting to use this Adgely's on a daily basis. So it supports, just like the screen says, it supports healthy cartilage and joint health, supports the body's natural acute inflammatory response associated with exercise in healthy individuals. So fantastic for inflammation, which is another thing that I liked BLM for. So this is going to, like I said, just bump it up a notch. So it helps with acute joint discomfort by promoting joint flexibility and joint flexibility and mobility, and to support a healthy lifestyle. It is formulated with some amazing ingredients, things like UC2, which is an undenatured collagen. And for any of our vegan members out here, this is not a vegan-friendly supplement because that collagen comes from chicken sternum. But if you've looked into the benefits of collagen and you're already using another collagen support, you're probably going to get excited about this. It also has calcium fructoborate, hyaluronic acid, some amazing essential oils. So it's got Northern Lights Black Spruce, which is from our Canadian farm, wintergreen, which every time I cracked open a bottle of BLM, like I would literally just sit and smell it because you can smell the wintergreen in it. And if you look into what wintergreen does for your body, this is the perfect supplement for it. It's got copaiba, which is another amazing oil that supports the inflammatory response that our body naturally has. And then clove. Clove essential oil is super for antioxidant support. So it's great because it's just 2 capsules any time of day throughout the day. And what's cool about it is that other people who are taking joint supports from other brands, potentially even, you're going to get to take a smaller dose of this. And one of the reasons I think that's going to be the case is because Young Living, when they take these supplements and they add the essential oils, you get a synergistic response in the body. So the oils are helping your body to better absorb and utilize the supplements that are there. So this supplement is good for anyone of any age, and we've got oils from all around the world and different parts of the supplement from all around the world. So I had to look it up. It's got frankincense powder. So that's the Boswellia sacra. So it comes from the resin, and if you don't know the benefits of boswellic acid, Google it. But that comes from our farm in Salalah, Oman. The wintergreen comes from Taiwan. The black spruce is from British Columbia in Canada. And the copaiba is from Brazil. And the clove is from Madagascar. So like I said, it's 2 daily. It comes in a 60-count bottle. So that's going to get you a month. And the price is $45.75. So when you compare that to other things on the market, I think you're going to find you like it. So another thing that I wanted to mention, 2 things that are not necessarily listed in the slides and in kind of some of the stuff that we got at convention, but when I started really digging into the ingredients, it's also got glucosamine sulfate. So that's kind of a buzzword, you know, people who are looking for healthy joints and support that way. You've probably heard of glucosamine. And it's also got curcuminoids and turmeric. So another great supplement that helps support a natural inflammatory response in our body. So it's an action-packed power supplement. And so with that, we're going to move on to Powergize. If you'll click slides for me, please, Amy.
I'm working on it. Okay, there we go.
Powergize, I'm really excited about this supplement too. They say that it's for enhanced physical performance. So some of the words that we heard surrounding this, both when they introduced it and then again, you know, during the breakout session, we heard energy, we heard stamina, we heard sports performance, we heard just overall well-being and overall hormonal support. So this is going to be a heavy hitter. It's going to come in to play for a lot of people for a lot of different uses. But it's a unique combination of premium energy supporting ingredients. So it's going to have KSM 66, which is an ashwagandha root extract. That's actually historically kind of part of the Indian Ayurvedic protocols, and it's Southeast Asia. It's been used in Southeast Asia historically, and also in Africa. So I love that Young Living really digs in deep to find natural things that have been used over time to support people's bodies. It's also got long jack root powder. It's got Tribulus terrestris. I have a hard time pronouncing some of these things. Which, let's see, do you have that one on here, Amy? I'm looking at the slide. But it's also from Indian Ayurvedic practices. So again, they really dug deep. They really found some great new things to put in this brand new supplement for us. So it helps maintain balanced energy levels for physical performance and endurance, helps boost stamina and enhance sports performance. When it's paired with physical activity, it sustains our energy levels and our strength and vitality. It can help support healthy muscles, increase muscle size, hello, and strengthen and enhance in muscle tone, hello again, and the rate of muscle recovery for men. So I'm assuming if that works for men, maybe it might work for us women. So the thing that I love the most about the PowerGize is that it helps promote a healthy response to everyday stress. Okay, we all have it. We're all overworked. We're all fatigued. And the way that it does that is it targets the body's cortisol levels. So it reduces cortisol, which is kind of referred to as the stress hormone, while it's increasing testosterone. So at first when you hear that, you're like, okay, wait, I'm a female. I don't want to grow a mustache, so I'm not going to take this. But the truth is, all of us, all women, should have a healthy level of testosterone. It's just not going to be as high as men. So this supplement is for men and women. Kind of like the Agiles, it's a 2 capsules per day. Some of the things that I am looking forward to trying it, my order just got here today, so I've got my Agiles right there, and then I've got my PowerGize right here, literally just came in today. I'm looking forward to giving this a try. But it's said to help with mental clarity, again with energy, antioxidants and immune support, stamina, and just really to support our muscles. So what they say about the PowerGize is, and I like this, awaken and inspire your best self. So that's the PowerGize.
That's great. Thank you so much, Lee. That was amazing. I'm so excited about both of these supplements. They're so full spectrum. I know that they can help so many different people. So that's incredible. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to Charlesa, who's going to be talking about our new over-the-counter medications. I can't even believe it. Let me click. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so I think Amy gave me the most exciting information to share with you guys. And you heard her mention a term that we have not previously been able to use, but Young Living, as you know, their goal is to have essential oils in every home in the world, and they are now on their way to doing that. They have 2 products that they introduced at convention that are classified as over-the-counter drugs, and we may use that term for these 2 products only. The first product is Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, but since I just want everyone to have a clear understanding of the do's and don'ts, okay? So what you cannot say that these are products that have been approved by the FDA, because they're not products that were approved by the FDA. They have ingredients in them that are FDA approved as an over-the-counter medication. You can call these 2 products over-the-counter medications, and you can make claims related to just these 2 products, but nothing else, guys, okay, until they come up with more of these products, and our understanding is they're working on a bunch of them. but they wouldn't tell us what they are. Okay, so Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream. That, of course, is a natural relief. It is completely vegetable-based, as we know. You do not need a prescription. It helps with sore muscles, stiff joints, which I have a bunch of after doing so much walking. It is a cream. At convention last week, we did a lot of walking. It has two ways that it helps us with pain relieving. One of them is methyl salicyate. That helps alleviate that pain that's deep in your muscles and your joints. And then it has a natural menthol, which provides the cooling effect. So if you look up methyl salicylate or salicylate, what you will learn is that is oil of wintergreen. So this is obviously based on our 100% therapeutic grade wintergreen oil, which has this, it naturally has the benefit of relieving pain. The other ingredient, natural menthol, comes from a variety of mints, and obviously peppermint is one of the more popular ones, okay? What else do we want to say about this? It helps with arthritis, simple backaches, strains, sprains, bruises. You can use it on adults and children that are 12 years and older. You can apply it every couple of hours, but no more than 3 or 4 times daily. You need to consult a health professional if you have children under 12 years of age upon which you would like to use this product.
A little goes a really long way.
Green tea extract, organic aloe leaf juice, mango butter. It is an immediate alleviation of minor aches and pains. And what else do we want to say about this? It seems like there was something else I was really excited about. Oh, yes, I'm very excited about this. It is a vegetarian and vegan product. So if that is a concern for you, you're going to love this option. So that was great news. All right. Let's go ahead and go to, let's go ahead and go to the cough drops. Okay, this is the second, or actually the first product that they introduced as an over-the-counter drug. And again, you may use that term. It helps relieve cough, soothe sore throats, and cools your nasal passages. Again, all natural ingredients, including the natural menthol. And then it also has, of course, our 100% therapeutic grade essential oils. It has a nice sweet little flavor to it. I tried a couple of them. Some of the things that we love about this is what they do not contain. They do not have sugar, dyes, artificial flavors, or any kind of preservative in them whatsoever. They also contain, these should sound familiar, you guys, cinnamon bark, bove bud, eucalyptus radiata, lemon, peppermint, rosemary. All of those but peppermint should sound like thieves to you guys. And then it's sweetened with stevia leaf extract, which, as you know, is a natural product. I think that's probably everything I have on this.
Yeah, I
You
think
can keep these every 2 hours as needed. This does not come with any warnings on for not giving them to children. So you may use them with children. Okay?
thank you so much, Charlesa.
You're welcome.
I think it's important that was amazing. I'm so excited about both these products. We did get to sample the Thieves cough drops in the product expo, and they do taste very different than the Thieves lozenges, and they are going to continue with the Thieves lozenges, which would be more for, a dry throat when you're traveling, just when you need something kind of in your mouth. I use the Thieves lozenges all the time when I'm not, having something that I'm dealing with. So the Thieves cough drops will be an incredible option. They very much taste like a cough drop would. And I can imagine how they would be very helpful when you needed to help relieve coughs and soothe sore throats. So it's great. Okay, so moving on, Nikki is going to talk to us about the new Sleek line, which is the Sleek Citrus Slim and the Sleek Shake. And little Miss Nikki had a secret from us this whole time that she couldn't tell us, but apparently she, literally we didn't know. We're watching this whole product launch happen at convention, and Nikki's like, hello, I have a little secret in her sweet little accent that I've been part of this test group for this whole time, and I couldn't tell you. So I can't wait to hear from Nikki. Okay, let me click this, and then, all right, go, Nikki.
Okay, so the Citrus Slim is formulated with ingredients to help burn fat, supports a healthy metabolism, plant-based extracts that help support healthy weight management and healthy energy levels, may support the breakdown of triglycerides that are stored in the body's fat tissues, may support the release of free fatty acids that help break down and help to produce additional energy, and reduces oxidative stress. Now, the part about the breaking down the fat acids and producing more energy, I asked somebody at Expo about that because I wasn't really sure what that meant exactly. And he basically explained it that we have these big old fat cells in our bodies that split into two. And when they split into two, our body can't get rid of it. So they added to the Citrus Slim a blend of flavonoids, and there were 3 different flavonoids, and I have absolutely no clue how to say them, but they blended these 3 together, and it prevents the cells from splitting. So now you can get rid of those big old fat cells instead of having them sitting there splitting and splitting and splitting and splitting, and you get fatter and fatter and fatter. So, so I thought that was interesting because I didn't really quite understand how that worked. And the combination of flavonoids that they use is called Sinatrol, and it's 3 different flavonoids that they join together. So that was interesting to me. Key ingredients are a proprietary citrus extract blend, including sweet orange, blood orange, and grapefruit, 4 citral-dense essential oils, ocotea, cassia, peppermint, and fennel, cinnamon powder, bitter orange extract, I don't know how to say this, fenugreek, Feungreek seed, ocotea leaf extract, and a customized blend of enzymes. And on the directions, you actually, in the packet, it comes with 15 dual dose packets. So it's only going to last you about 2 weeks. But you take 2 powder caps in the morning, and you need to drink 8 ounces of water with the powder caps. And then in the afternoon, before 3 p.m., you're going to take 1 powder and 1 liquid. And again, with 8 ounces of water. And then throughout the day, you need to be drinking half your body weight at least in ounces of water, which was really hard to do. But you need to do it to flush all those big old fat cells out. It does say on the packaging that if you miss the morning dose, you can take all 4 of them together, but just to make sure that you do it before 3 p.m. And the reason for that is that there's a naturally occurring caffeine in there. So if you do that after 3 p.m., it may mess with your sleep schedule. When I did the study, I didn't have any problems with that at all, but caffeine does the opposite to me. It doesn't jazz me up, it calms me down. So that's probably why I didn't experience any of that. But if you do get really jazzed up with caffeine, just make sure you take it before 3. So in the study, we got 2 bottles completely unlabeled. They just had the kind of burgundy colored label on it, and it just said test. I wish I'd kept the bottles, but one of them got thrown away and the other one the dog ate. So it's all chewed up. But So I got 2 bottles, and I got a tape measure, and then I got a form and an online access code. And every week over the course of 5 weeks, I had to record. I had to measure my waist, weigh myself, and then it asked questions about my sleep, if it had improved or gotten worse, my energy levels, and the comfort of my clothing. And I actually did it for 8 weeks. The study was for 5, but there were enough pills in there that I could go an extra 3 weeks when the 5 weeks of reporting was done. So at the end of the 8 weeks, I had lost just under 10 pounds and 2 inches from my waist. And I was sleeping better at night. I don't know if that's just because of the caffeine in there for me, or if it's something else in there that helped. I definitely had more energy during the day. And of course, having lost 2 inches, my clothes definitely fit better. So it was a really good experience. No side effects at all. I mean, there was nothing negative about it. It was really easy to do. The hardest thing was drinking all that water. That was really hard for me to get that much water in, because I'm really bad about remembering to drink my water anyway. So that was hard. But everything else about it was really easy. So definitely try it. It worked for me, and not much works for me. So let's see. I think that's all I had to say on that. Let me just check my notes. Yep, that's it on that one. So we can move to the shake. Okay, the shake it's an excellent source of protein and dietary fiber, as naturally occurring folate source, non-GMO ingredients, contains no artificial colors, artificial flavors, and you spelled flavors wrong for me, preservatives or cholesterol. It's a delicious berry breeze flavor, vegan formula with unique protein blend of pea, quinoa, wolfberry, and pumpkin seed proteins. It has 190 calories, 16 grams of protein, and 7 grams of fiber. I actually got to try this at convention. They had 2 different versions of it, that they mix it with some different things. One was a chocolate mint, and the other one had a banana flavor to it. So they must have put some banana in there, but they're both really, really good. And then I had just the straight, as it is in the packet. And that was really good too. Not as sweet as I thought it was going to be, which is probably a good thing. It is a complete meal replacement. And on this blend, they cut the sugar content by 60% by using stevia. And for those of you that have issues with sweeteners, artificial or non, for me, artificial sweeteners give me really bad migraines, and so I've always stayed away from anything that was not actual sugar, including stevia and xylitol, because I didn't want to risk that they would cause migraines for me, even though they were considered natural. But I've actually since then gone ahead and taken the plunge and tried stuff with stevia and xylitol, and I've not had any issues with headaches. So if you're somebody who's had those issues, don't be afraid of the stevia and xylitol. It was, for me, it was okay. They did cut out soy as a protein, because they said that a lot of people, feedback they were getting was that people didn't want soy in their protein drinks. So they did cut that out, which I'm very happy about. It's also corn-free, and they got a lot of feedback on that people didn't want corn in the product. So they've taken that out too, which was great. It contains manganese, which is something you need to look up. There's lots and lots of really great information about what manganese can do for you, weight management wise. And then the folate that's in there is naturally occurring. What they did in the Super B, they took out, they used to have folic acid in there. And then when they did the repackaging, they also took out the folic acid and replaced it with the naturally occurring folate, which is different. And it's apparently better. And if you've ever seen any of Dr. Jim Bob Haggerton, his videos, he has one in there that he explains the difference between folate and folic acid. So I'm going to let you go and search for that. It's on YouTube. And he explains it very, very easily. Not something I could repeat back very well, but it made complete sense. And so I was glad to see that they had that in there rather than the folic acid. Let's see, key ingredients are, where is that? Citrus extract blend utilizing, oh wait, I'm on the wrong page. Okay, pea protein, quinoa, wolfberry, that's all on there. Alpha grass juice, and it is vegan friendly protein. naturally derived B vitamins, including the natural folate. So those are your key vitamins. And then at convention, and I don't think I've posted these on OCP. I put them on Live More Naturally, but I'll post them on OCP. They had some recipes there, and there was one called Nature Red on the Run, and they used the Sleek Shake. Oh, and by the way, the shakes, they come in little individual packets, so it's really easy to use on the go. Just stick them in your purse and take them with you. Just take a shaker bottle or something and shake it up in some water, or if you have milk handy, whatever milk it is that you like to use. But the recipes they had there, the Nature Red on the Run was the Sleek Shake packet, and then they added almond milk, but you can put coconut milk or whatever milk you like, 1 Nature Red single, and then 4 drops of Lime Vitality oil. I thought that sounded good. Oh, and then the chocolate mint was the one I tried, and it's 1 packet of the Sleek Shake, almond milk, peppermint vitality oil, and cocoa powder. And then the Berry Breeze, 1 packet of the Sleek Shake, almond milk, frozen strawberries, lemon vitality, and 1 drop, and 2 drops of bergamot vitality. And you just blend all those up together. And then the Tanjulius was another Sleek Shake packet, almond milk, tangerines, blue agave, tangerine vitality oil, and 1/2 to 1 cup of ice. But I'll post all of those so you've got the exact amounts that you can try out. But it just adds some variety to that. And in the product class, they did say, somebody asked about the strawberry taste to it, because some people had the allergy to strawberries and they wanted to know where that strawberry flavor was derived from. And they said that they are freeze-dried strawberries that they then ground into a powder. So if you do have a strawberry allergy, then you probably shouldn't take this, depending on how severe your strawberry allergy is. So they did want us to know that that was in there in case you have an issue. But it tastes really, really good. It's not really, really sweet. Which is nice, and you can mix it with a lot of different things, and it's easy to stick in your purse and take with you. So I'm looking forward to try that one along with the Sleek Caps, because I can't wait till they come so I can try them again. That's it.
Thank you so much, Nikki. I'm so excited that you got to be part of that test group.
Yeah, it was a hard secret to keep.
I know, you were so good at it. We had no idea. One thing that I thought that was super cool about the Sleek Citrus Slim and what Nikki did and the way that they described it to us at convention was that they didn't require any other changes.
Right.
I think that they requested that you exercise 15 minutes a day, like mild exercise.
Yeah. Well, they said don't change whatever your current exercise and meal routine is. I'd already been doing paleo for 6 months, so I was well into it. It wasn't a change really for me, not after 6 months. And I was walking 30 minutes most days already, so I just kept doing that.
Right. So that's great. So these results are based off of just simply, taking the pills and following up with the water intake, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's a fat burning supplement that also has all these benefits in terms of, energy and a lot of healthy things that go along with that. So that's great. And then the other cool thing about the shake too that I learned in the expo was that, so it's a berry breeze flavor. I don't really know what that means. It's kind of berry-ish, but it's mild enough. I mean, it's sweet enough, but it's also mild enough to where, like Nikki was saying, they did a recipe where they added peppermint oil and cocoa powder, and it tasted minty chocolatey, and it was good. And you didn't really taste the berry anymore. So it's a very versatile like that. Okay, thank you, Nikki.
Welcome.
All right, we're moving on to Becca, who's going to be talking about Live Your Passion essential oil, which every year at convention, Gary formulates a special blend that correlates with the theme of the conference. And this year it was Live Your Passion, and also the Thieves dishwashing detergent. All right, take it away.
Okay, hello. Well, Amy already said that Gary formulates an oil every year for the conventions, and this year it was Live Your Passion. And it's an essential oil. It's an inspiring aromatic reminder to focus on the elements of life that support your deepest desires and dearest relationships. It contains royal Hawaiian sandalwood, which everyone knows is just an amazing smell. Nutmeg, lime, Idaho blue spruce, Northern Lights black spruce, ylang ylang, frankincense, and peppermint. Doesn't that just sound wonderful? It has a real warm, sweet, and joyful aroma. Some people, they diffuse it during meditation and prayer to help find spiritual harmony and breakdown, and it helps break down mental blocks as well. Helps to inspire passion and promote feelings of confidence and clarity. And you can also use it in your favorite skin and hair products, enhance the smells, and also, you know, the benefits that it's giving you with the confidence and the clarity and so forth. So it's really an amazing oil. We did get to smell it at convention, and it's one that I want to order.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me click over to, and I just have to apologize, guys. I finished up these slides last night and it was late. And apparently, I mean, I proofread them and there's so many typos. So y'all just ignore them. Just ignore them. Focus on what we're talking about and I'll fix it up later. All right.
Okay, I was so excited that they came out with the dishwasher powder. It's one of the products that I have been just wanting them to throw out there. And so they've done it, and it is a powder, and it comes in a 1 pound packaging. It is dry, and it takes 1 tablespoon, a half a tablespoon to 1 tablespoon at the most. It's very, very concentrated. And it, along with the thieves, it kind of smells citrusy because it has lemongrass and orange essential oils in it. So to me, that just, you know, I just think that goes along with the kitchen and the dishes, and it uses plant-based, naturally derived ingredients, and it's supposed to just take away even the dirtiest dishes without compromise. It's a proprietary blend of cleaning agents and enzymes that removes even the toughest grease and baked on foods. It's a gentle yet effective formula. It uses naturally derived ingredients to safely tackle even stuck on food, and it dries without hard water spots for sparkling dishes. And I also read that a lot of people are using the drying agent so that they don't get the spots on their dishes. Well, you don't have to use that anymore with this product. So that's just one less thing that you have to be worried about the chemicals and or buying in the stores. I think you're gonna love it. I've ordered it and mine comes in tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Becca. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys about Gary's True Grit einkorn products, the new einkorn products that they released. And so Gary's been talking about einkorn, which is a grain, for a few years, and every year he just gets more and more excited about it. So some of you might have already tried the einkorn pancake and waffle mix, which is delicious, and also the einkorn spaghetti. So now they have a rotini pasta, which the difference is that it's shaped like a rotini, which I guess is very cool. But I just wanted to talk to you briefly about why einkorn is so good for you and why it's such a good change from traditional modern wheat. So ancient grain einkorn is known as one of the oldest varieties of wheat. And what's cool about it is it has this kind of hole that makes it harder to process, but it protects the grain against contamination, which makes it easier to farm organically because the pests can't get into it. Einkorn's wheat is simplistic because it hasn't been hybridized, so it only has 14 chromosomes compared to modern wheat, which has 42 chromosomes, which makes, again, it harder for our bodies to process. So einkorn wheat has twice the vitamin A, 3 to 4 times more beta carotene, 4 to 5 more times riboflavin, 3 to 4 times more lutein, and a lower glycemic index and much lower gluten content than modern wheat. So it still does contain gluten for those of you that have a gluten sensitivity, but there are a lot of people that might have a gluten sensitivity but are still able and comfortable eating einkorn wheat because it's just a completely different structure going into your body. What's cool about this einkorn rotini is that it is grown in stone ground, all in France, packaged in France. It's all made in France on one of our partner farms there. And then again, with all of our products, there's no additional colors or flavors, preservatives, and non-GMO. So we got to taste this in the expo, and it's got a great texture. You know, a lot of gluten-free pastas. Like, again, this isn't gluten-free, but it's healthy. And it has a great texture to it, so you don't have to worry about it being odd, which so many alternative pastas are. Okay, and then moving on to the einkorn granola. This was, I don't know why I got so dang excited about this granola. I've posted about it a few times. But y'all, it's really good. Oh,
It's really good.
Hi, husband. You're on video. Yeah. So it is formulated with the True Grit einkorn flour, wolf berries, cacao nibs, old-fashioned oats, almonds, walnuts, pecans, pure vanilla, sea salt, coconut sugar, and Saigon cinnamon. Again, another typo. My Lord, I seriously checked these. Maybe this is an old version. I'm just going to tell myself that. But again, no additional colors or flavors, preservatives, no high fructose corn syrup, guys. Or just sugar, which is that if you pick up any granola that you just get at the store, guys, it's full of crud. So there's no point eating that when we have these alternatives. It's non-GMO, and it is a, it says vegetarian and vegan, but it's a vegan formula. There's no dairy in this. This really is an old version. I'm sorry. I pulled up the wrong one because I remember changing that. And it's delicious. Like, it tastes like a kind of like a treat, like I'm eating candy or something. So it's very good and still low. It's all natural sugars. So that's great. Okay. And then the last einkorn product that we're going to talk about is the Wolfberry Crisp Bar. We've had Wolfberry Crisp Bars before, but this is a new formulation. It's got the einkorn flour, quinoa, flax seeds, almonds, wolfberries, whey crisps, pea protein crisps, shredded coconut, and dark chocolate. It's got like a whole layer of dark chocolate on the bottom and then dark chocolate drizzled on the top. And again, no artificial anything, non-GMO. This one is vegetarian, not vegan, because it has the whey crisps in it. The great source of protein. The size is a little smaller. It's, I think, 120 calories, but it's great for kids. They're not going to waste any part of this bar. They're going to gobble the whole thing up. It's great for adults that are on the go. And I wrote something else down about it. It's got way less sugar than the previous version of the Wolfberry Crisp Bars, and also no soy protein, which is really good for people that are soy conscious, like our family is. So that does it for the einkorn products. These are something that we have in our ER. We already had the spaghetti and the pancake and waffle mix in our Essential Rewards cart because it's just kind of like grocery shopping. So these will definitely be going in as well because I like rotini pasta. It doesn't get tangled like spaghetti. Anyway, that's just me and pasta. Okay, so moving on, we have, let's see, 13 minutes left, so we're going to zip through this. I wanted to just point out these other products that were released at convention. These Animal Sense dental pet chews. I actually picked some up at convention. My dogs are plowing through them. The dogs love them. They're made with all natural ingredients infused with our very special essential oils, but what's great about them is the construction, the ridges, and the goal of these is that it's going to help with your pet's oral health, which unless you guys are like getting out your toothbrushes all the time for your animals, which I'm not doing, they could probably use a little help. So we love those in our house. My dogs are smaller, so I've been just grabbing a knife and chopping them in two to help them go a little bit longer. We've got this, there's 30 oils in this kit in the middle here. You can read about that. This is a essential oil stand over on your right. We've got a Core Vitality case. Look these up online, guys. I'm just going to go through them really quick. But what's cool about the case is that it has a pill container, so you can put all of your supplements in there. We want to be using supplements, guys, so that we can get on top of our health, so that these pill containers don't turn into a bunch of pharmaceutical drugs that are going to have a bunch of side effects that we don't want. But in this little handy dandy case, it's got the pill container for your supplements. It's got a little bit of room for essential oil bottle, carrier bottle. It's very handy how they put that together. And then a Dalmatia essential oil collection. So you guys go look that up online. More fantastic new products for you. But seriously, guys, the takeaway from convention is so much more than these products. I feel very grateful to have these in our lives because they help us take care of ourselves every day. They help us get on top of our health and wellness and make us feel better. When we feel good, we feel happy, and then we're more empowered to do more amazing things in our lives. So we got the products, and that's incredible, but the Young Living Convention experience is way more than that because, well, I'm going to quit talking. I'm going to let our leaders talk to you about what they experience because we all have a personal takeaway. So let's start with Lee.
Okay, thanks. So this was my third convention. So 2 years ago, I got to go with Amy and Maureen and Laurel to Salt Lake City. So we got to experience the whole thing there that year. Last year it was in Grapevine. I went last year. My family went with me. And this year my husband and my son went with me again. And we were so excited because Ethan got to visit the farm in Mona for the first time. And that is something that you can choose to do if you go to convention. So it was so powerful. And anytime anybody asks him about convention, what was your favorite part? He says, I got to plant yarrow. So it was so memorable for him because he was right at home, got his hands in the dirt. It was meaningful for him. I swear he probably would have stayed there and planted yarrow for an hour or more.
I would
He
have
loved
too.
it. It made him so happy. And because we went as a family, and I know that we won't be able to do that every year, but we were able to make it a priority this year and budget for it. And so because we went as a family, my husband and my son both got to really see the true heart of Young Living. And I think that's one of the most powerful things about going to convention. You get to experience seed to seal truly on the farm. You get to see every last part of it. So I would say that was my biggest takeaway was seeing it through my son's eyes, and he's 13. So that was fun.
Thank you so much, Lee. I love hearing this. Okay, Charleston, you're up next.
Oh, okay. Of course, going to the farm, as Lee said, it's like almost like a journey to your Mecca. If you are a Young Living member, and it does give you a deep appreciation of the commitment of everyone. I mean, including the guys out there that, work on that farm day in and day out. They're really committed to what they're doing, and you can tell it when you talk to them. And then I think the other big takeaway was how much Young Living listens to its members. One of the reasons, in fact, Nikki kind of talked about it, they're trying to take soy out of their products where they can. They're moving from folic acid to folate wherever they can. They're moving to vegetarian or vegan products wherever they can. They're reducing sugar wherever they can. And every time they brought up a new product where they had done one of those things, they said, this is one of the things that you guys wanted, so we're trying to do it. So they really have a commitment to give us products that are not only probably better for us than conventional products of a like nature, but they really want to give us exactly what we want. They really, really listen to us. So that was my takeaway. And I will tell you guys, I'm very excited about the Agile Ease product. I love BLM because of all my years of dance and gymnastics. If you've never seen me walk around in the morning, I look like I'm 100 years old. Nikki can tell you. I love the BLM product. I am really even more excited about this Agile Ease product. So that was a big takeaway for me. Everything they've done in that to make that an even better product for us. And the other takeaway was the Powergize. And I was talking to a YL staff member who is a pharmacist, and he was telling me that the Powergize is a great way for women to boost their testosterone, and Lee addressed that as well. So those were kind of my big takeaways.
Thank you, Charlesa. Okay, Becca. Oh no, Nikki, you go first.
Sorry, I'm back. Dogs are barking. Somebody came to the door. Okay. So I have two. One that just kind of really hit home. I mean, I knew this, but Krista Smith in the Kid Sense class that she did, she put up on one of her slides this quote by Dr. David Katz of the Yale Preventative Medicine. And it says, children born in the year 2000 or later are not expected to outlive their parents. That was terrifying to me. And I mean, I try the hardest I can to alleviate toxins from our home, but it made me realize that I've got to do even more than what I'm doing now. So I've never seen it in print that way. That just really kind of hit me that, you know, no parent should outlive their children. And sometimes it happens and it's not preventable, but this is preventable. You know, we can change our lifestyle with Young Living products and not be the ones that outlive our children. We shouldn't be outliving our children. So that was huge to me, to really make sure I'm doing better with that and not slipping as much as I do sometimes. And then the other thing that really impressed me is hearing about the foundation, Young Living Foundation. And we all know about the foundation, we've all heard about the foundation, but until I went to convention last year for the first time, I didn't truly understand what they do and how much they impact the lives of other people. And it's amazing to hear everything they do. They're such a generous company, and the fact that 100% of the money they raise goes towards the actual cause, because Young Living foots the bill for everything from flights that are needed for people to go over and do the work, all the way down to paper clips and post-it notes that they need for office supplies to make everything happen. So, I mean, I don't know of another charity that gives 100% of what they raise to the actual cause. So that was really amazing, and it was again this year to hear all that. And so, you know, even if you can't donate anything yourself, if you're not able financially to do that, you can at least round up each month on your order, and you know, every penny helps. And if you think about how many millions of members we have now, if everybody was to round up even $1, you know, that's $1+ million they're already raised in 1 month of orders. So it's very, very easy to do, even if you don't feel like you can help any other way. But that was a huge takeaway for me too. So go to convention so you can hear about foundation even more.
Yay! Thank you, Nikki. All right,
Yep.
Becca, you up?
All right. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit more about foundation because, you know, I knew about the oils, the supplements, the passion that everyone had. This was my first convention. So I was amazed at the passion in the people, and we were like family, and it was just the best feeling to be there. You don't get that feeling by sitting in your home or whatever. You really need to go and experience that. But in 4 days, we raised $1 million for the foundation just through, the donations, and, they had a couple of, what am I trying to say? That Yeah. But anyway, and I didn't realize how many different things they've got. I'll just give you a couple. They've got one called Hope for Justice, and it's a mission to end human trafficking and slavery in our generation. And I just was amazed that they have a 90% of the victims who go through Hope for Justice restorative programs never return to trafficking. And that is the highest percentage among the nonprofits battling modern day slavery. We're restoring lives in Cambodia. We have an orphanage in Croatia. And since 2014, we have supported 125 children, and they're actually putting them in home lives. It's one person per 5 children, and they get to pretty well grow up with this person and have meals, and the children feel part of a home instead of just, laying around in an orphanage and without, the care and the love. And Soul Hope, I thought that was really a neat foundation where we're giving shoes to the young children so that they don't get these foot-related diseases, and how you can help by just having like a party, and you just start off with denim and you cut shoes out of, the fabric. I mean, I think that's pretty awesome that we can help by just doing things like this. So anyway, I really did not realize, I knew about all the oils, but the love that Gary shows by just going all over the world and watching out for these children and making them feel like they're really good, better human beings. And I just was really excited about that.
Thank you so much, Becca. Yes, the Young Living Foundation is doing just kind of mind-blowing work. The members of Young Living, around 20,000 people who attended convention, raised $1 million in 4 days through the party that they had, the opening night, and other donations, sales of t-shirts and other sort of things. So $1 million in 4 days are going to help all of these charities that the Young Living Foundation sponsors. So it's really, truly incredible work. I think my biggest takeaway is when you go to convention, you really get to witness in person the authenticity of this company. Young Living is in the alternative space, and anytime you do something that's outside of the status quo, it comes with criticism. And I can't believe some of the stuff that I've read, online. Everybody is a critic. Some people are very slow to or resistant to change, and that's okay for them. But guess what? We have made a choice in our lives to embrace change. We want our families to be happier and healthier. We have taken the time in our lives to explore something new, learn about something new, figure out ways and tools and different things that we can do in our lives to reduce our toxins. And so we get to have the fruits of that effort. One thing that Gary said at the beginning, he said, if someone calls you crazy, take it as an honor. And guess what? The crazy people are the ones that change the world, because pretty soon, we're not going to be thought of as crazy or alternative. We are going to be thought of as the norm. This was essential oils and medicine from nature was the norm for, hundreds and thousands of years. And so it's in a really recent amount of time that the thought process has changed. So at convention, you get to see that Gary has a real passion to change the landscape of how we take care of our bodies in America, and how we can work to make them strong and make them healthy and be on the offensive instead of the defensive, and live with wellness, purpose, and abundance. He oozes it from the stage. The first time that I went to a meeting with Young Living, I couldn't believe all these people were like, rah, 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 Gary, you're the best. And I was kind of like, who is this guy? But over the course of 3 years, as I've seen him speak, he has a guttural desire to help the world. and he requires the same sort of passion from the people that work on his executive team. So it is just, he wants to make people better humans. I have one thing that I wrote down that he said. What did I just do with it? We are all designed for greatness. We're all designed by God for greatness and purpose, which is very true. We have the choice to live these happy, healthy, abundant lives. Young Living can help you do that from a lifestyle perspective. They can help you do that from an opportunity perspective when you pursue the business. And when you go to convention, you get to feel it. You don't just watch it, you feel it. So I encourage you. Okay, it's late. Uh-oh. How do I click? I need to click. All right. So with all that said, we want you there. I know it seems like a really big deal to get on a plane, reserve a hotel room, and fly to Salt Lake City. But guys, it really is a game changer. This is Dana. Dana couldn't be with us tonight in Charleston. Dana is on vacation with her family in Colorado. But this is a picture of them in one of the greenhouses where they plant the plants before they're big enough to put in the ground. But you can start budgeting now. If you can still get your tickets today for $149 for early registration. Guys, you can share a room with 3 other people. This can be affordable. And you have quite some time, many, many months before you would have to book airfare. And I want you there. Like, I'll be your buddy. If you need a buddy, let me know. And I know that all the ladies that spoke tonight will be your buddy. Like, this is a big fat family, and we want you a part of it. So thank you to my girls for presenting. Y'all did an incredible job. I appreciate the time that you took to participate tonight. Thank you to all of you who joined us live. We will make this available recorded for those of you that couldn't. So live long and prosper, people. Be happy, be healthy, be free. Thank you for being here. And you guys have a great night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Mwah.
Oh, yay.
Good night.